So I don't think anybody else has the top three guys ranked that I do. I have Jose Miranda number 1. I have Royce Lewis number 2. I have Austin Martin number 3. And the funny thing about that is a lot of what I feel about Austin Martin, who most people have at number 1 among the position players in the Twins system. Like when I hear people talk about Austin Martin, and when I talk about Austin Martin, it sounds like the same thing, sounds like the same thing. I don't feel like I have any different opinions on him other than I am seeing the glass half empty in terms of his power. Some people are expecting him to be able to hit 20 plus home runs. If Austin Martin becomes a guy who can hit 20 plus home runs, he is the number 1 prospect. And I understand this was his first pro season. He went straight to Double-A. That was a very difficult assignment by Toronto. I don't think the Twins would have done that had they started with him, had he started in their organization. But my kind of projection for Royce Lewis was always like, this guy is going to change his swing once he physically matures. I've always believed in Royce Lewis's power potential, which I don't believe in with Martin as much. So I'm a glass half full when it comes to Royce Lewis. I think I haven't seen reason to really believe that he's not going to stick at shortstop. Anybody who plays shortstop, it's incredibly easy to say that they're not going to stick there. So I'm not saying that Royce is definitely a shortstop. I am saying Austin Martin is definitely not a shortstop. And you know what? To be fair to him, he didn't play shortstop in college. So that was a big ask to throw him out there and part-time too. He's playing shortstop half the time, center field half the time. How comfortable can you expect a guy to get, when that's the case? But I don't understand how Jose Miranda, what more do you want Jose Miranda to do? I should pull up his numbers here. And it's not like, I know a lot of the reason why people are keeping him down is because he hadn't had a season like that before. Again, we didn't have a 2020 season, so he didn't have an opportunity to do it that year. But he was always a guy that the Twins expected to hit for power. He's drafted in the 2nd round. I don't know if you can see this super well, but the point I'm trying to illustrate is like, what are we concerned about here? Absolutely mashed for 127 games. He had 30 home runs with 32 doubles. He only struck out 74 times. I understand the walks aren't super impressive, but he had a 400 on base percentage, 973 OPS. God, I just this is just putting a smile on my face. Whenever I'm feeling down, I'm just going to pull up my boy Jose Miranda's baseball reference profile here. It's not like he only killed lefties, fairly, he destroyed lefties, but he still had a 900 OPS against right-handers. And then this is the thing I love too, by month. So August was his coolest month, and he still hit 299 with a 793 OPS. That was his worst month. Every other month, he was ridiculous. I do understand some people question where he's going to end up defensively. I think he's going to be a third baseman. I don't think he's going to be a gold glove for third baseman. But there's just a lot of people that clearly aren't quite buying totally into his season last year. Because if you do buy into his season, he's obviously the number 1. There's no, if you buy into his 2021, there's no argument against putting him number 1, in my opinion. And I buy in.